there everyone, Miss B. Hanley here, and today we're talking about rhetorical devices.
This video is brought to you by Gling.ai. Gling.ai is the ultimate AI video editing platform. For some of my past few videos now, I've used Gling.ai to save time on editing some of my more long-form content. Using Gling.ai has been a breeze. Whether you're a content creator, a filmmaker, or just looking to add a professional touch to your videos, Gling.ai is here to elevate your content. Your first video is free for after an hour of content, and if you're a YouTube creator with over 1,000 subscribers, you can post your Gling edited video and earn more credits for free. Say goodbye to time-consuming edits and say hello to a world of effortless video production. Try Gling.ai today and unlock a new era of visual storytelling. Use my code in the description to learn more about Gling.ai today.
Yes, I have made another video about rhetorical devices, and once again, it is slightly outdated since the last time I've talked about this. So I'm going to go into a little bit more depth about the different types of rhetorical devices, and hopefully this will help you better understand about the different types of rhetorical devices that are often used in speeches and nonfiction writing. So let's start with the question, what is rhetoric? Rhetoric specifically refers to persuasive writing or speaking. So oftentimes speakers or writers will use these rhetorical devices in their writing or in what they say in order to help convince an audience of their point. Rhetorical devices are the devices that I'm about to list now, and these rhetorical devices are specifically used in persuasive speaking and writing. So let's start with the first. Repetition. Repetition is when a speaker or a writer repeats the exact same line over and over again in order to emphasize their point. Oftentimes, this repetition can create a rhythm or power to a speech, especially if the author or speaker is speaking to a large crowd. And it can also drive that point home to the audience, especially if they're repeating the same words in the same way again and again.
I have a dream that one day, I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, I have a dream that one day, freedom and justice, I have a dream that my poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Restatement is our next type of rhetorical device. And it is similar to repetition, where an idea is expressed again and again throughout a speech or a piece of writing. But restatement is where the writer or speaker will change the way they say something but mean the same thing. Restatement is used in order to emphasize the same point and maybe say it in a different way that helps the audience better understand. It's not a direct copy of the words said again and again. Instead, it's the same idea that may be rephrased to give the words a new meaning or more emphasis.
There are those who ask the devotees of civil rights, when will you be satisfied? We can never be satisfied as long as the Negro is the victim of the unspeakable horrors of police brutality. We can never be satisfied as long as our body is heavy with the fatigue of travel, cannot gain lodging in the motels and the highways and the hotels of the city. We cannot be satisfied as long as the Negro's basic mobility is from a smaller ghetto to a larger one. We can never be satisfied as long as our children are stripped of their selfhood and robbed of their dignity by signs stating for whites only. We cannot be satisfied as long as a Negro in Mississippi cannot vote and a Negro in New York believes he has nothing for which to vote. No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like water.
The next type of rhetorical device is the rhetorical question. A lot of times, people will use rhetorical questions to emphasize a point or to have the audience or the reader answer the question in their head so as to go along with the speaker or the writer's point. The way that it is produced to the audience or the reader implies its own answer. If the audience thinks the answer that the questioner wants them to, which they should because it's implied in the way that they ask the question, then the audience is going along with what the speaker or the writer is saying automatically without even thinking about it.
What's the best way to grow the economy and create jobs? Should we keep tax loopholes for oil companies? Or should we use that money to give small business owners a tax credit when they hire new workers? Should we keep tax breaks for millionaires and billionaires? Or should we put teachers back to work so our kids can graduate ready for college and good jobs?
The next type of rhetorical device is parallelism. Parallelism specifically refers to the grammatical structure of the way the words are set up in the speech or the piece of writing. It uses the same phrasing to help match two of the points, and it can often create a flow or a rhythm, especially if the speaker is speaking aloud to a large crowd. Talk about parallelism more, specifically how the grammatical structure works, in another video. The next type of rhetorical device is allusions. Allusion is a reference to another famous person or work. The allusion is usually known by everyone, but it's not directly stating what it's referencing. Allusions will often provide credibility to a writer or speaker's work, and it invokes ethos in a speech, which is their morals or their vision behind what they're trying to say. I talk a little bit more about ethos in another video.
7 years ago.
50 years ago.
The last type of rhetorical device I want to share with you is analogy. Analogies are used in a lot of different types of writing and speeches. However, analogy as a rhetorical device can be usually a metaphor or a simile, and it is meant to compare two things. Analogies often give the audience a sense of what the author is for and what the author is against, and it's meant to create an image for the audience so that they can picture in their mind what the speaker or writer is trying to say and the message they're trying to get across. If you want to learn more about different types of analogies, go check out my video. I hope this helped you better understand the different types of rhetorical devices that are used in speeches and other nonfiction writing. And maybe you yourself will learn how to use these rhetorical devices in your own writing and speeches. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you in class. Bye!